Alrighty folks, we're back again. This time we're with Laxxus for everyone's favorite meme game. I mean, to most it's a meme game. By this point, I just think he's sick of me accepting it into events and marathons. How do you feel about Adventure, Laxxus? Oh, we don't seem to be able to hear him in the Discord. One moment.
Oh, now I hear you.
Oh, there we go. Hey, you're back.
Hi.
So, I was just asking on behalf of the good people how you feel about Castlevania the Adventure.
I mean, everyone will agree with me that it's pretty much the best Castlevania game, so I feel pretty good about it.
Awesome. Well, I'm good here on my end, so you can give us the good old countdown, and good luck, and of course, have fun.
All right. All right. Okay, so like I said, this is I mean, pretty much the best Castlevania game and everything you all have been waiting for. I know. Everyone is hyped up for this run, and this is just basically the most fast-paced Castlevania you could imagine. Like, I heard Sonic is pretty envious about the speed of Christopher Belmont, so let's get into this, and we're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, yeah, you can see how fast this game is. This is pretty intense walking speed already, and don't worry if you think, man, this is a bit too fast for me. That's understandable, but don't worry, as soon as more enemies are on screen, it will slow down a little bit. There's a little bit problems with lag in this game, just a tiny bit. But yeah, this game, oops, very early Game Boy game from 89. It came out before CV3 on the NES, actually. So, it is pretty basic. We don't have any sub-weapons in this game. But, I mean, we don't need any. We have whip upgrades. Unfortunately, we lose these whip upgrades every time we get hit. So, we're gonna try to never get hit, which I will totally succeed at, clearly. So yeah, we are making our way through this. We try to kill as many enemies as possible and hit candles just to reduce lag. Lag management is pretty much 90% of this run. This was also actually the first Castlevania game I played, because I had a Game Boy back then. So I had this game and later Belmont's Revenge as well, which we will, I think, see after this. So there's a little bit nostalgia for me. I'm gonna jump to manipulate these birds a bit higher so I don't have to turn around, because another problem of this game is if you press too many buttons, at the same time the game just eats the inputs. So if I would press jump and attack together, my whip would not come out at all. So I have to space him out a little bit. These jumps here are all really tight. Basically the game trains you with this section here for the later stages, where it will just kill you when you miss these tight jumps, so you have to really walk to the edge and before you jump. Alright, first boss, we outrange him, so pretty simple. Not much to say. Oh yeah, I definitely did not beat this game as a kid. That's for sure. It is not an easy game. There's a lot of very precise jumps, and even nowadays when I see people play this... Oh, my cat is here. Say hi to my cat. When I see people play this nowadays, they die all over the place to these jumps. It's not nice. My cat just tried to jump on my table, but she failed. Great. Oh god. Okay. So we are in stage 2. Yeah, this is just going too fast. It's hard to keep up for me with my commentary. Also, my cat's kind of distracting me, but that's okay. Yeah, jump physics in this game are kind of weird. Oh yeah, on this guy, for example, I don't do a jump attack because I want to be in a specific spot to attack, so I can actually hit with nice jump. I got kind of stuck there. That's cool. Let's try this again. So when I have the flame whip and I attack from a certain distance, I can hit the enemy with the fireball and the whip. And that way I can kill these guys, for example, with one attack and don't need two. Oh my god. This is going great. So, I got hit, so I lost one whip upgrade, which kinda sucks, because I can't really get it back currently. So, everything will be a little bit slower. You might wonder how it could even be slower in this game, but it can always be slower. Yeah, this room here is notorious for killing people. Because this jump is pretty tight. No problem this time. I don't know, I got kind of stuck on the platform last time, but it's fine. Turning around to whip something is also really hard. I usually just press my whip button several times to make sure it comes out. On this bridge, jumping over these eyeballs is actually kind of tricky. It would be faster to kill the eyeballs ahead of me, but that also would mean that every time I do that, I would have to do a very precise jump to get over this gap that the explosion creates, so we're not gonna do that right now. But still, turning around and killing these is faster, because it just... The lag is just real in this game. And another great thing with jumps in this game, by the way, is if you jump on the first frame you land, you will always do a neutral jump instead of the direction you are pressing. So you have to watch out about that and move for a frame before you jump. Okay, apparently I destroyed part of that floor there. I've never seen that before. That's cool. That was interesting. Yeah, there's no lag. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, we are getting to the second boss and I got my whip upgrades back. Hope I can keep them. Second boss is really simple. Basically just a waiting game. You have to wait for these frogs, P-Man, whatever, to come out, and then you kill them. It's random where they spawn, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, no sub-weapons in this game. He doesn't need them. Like, he's strong enough. Just look at him. His flame whip. There's, apart from lag reduction, very little actual speed tech in this game. Like, the biggest thing is obviously to not get hit, because that loses you your whip upgrade. And depending on where you lose it, that can be quite the time loss. One little speed tech is that when you climb up a rope in a new screen, on screen transition you can jump to get up higher on the rope. I did that a few times in stage 1, but I was too busy talking about how insanely fast this game is to mention it. That will come in play in stage 4. Once again, I position myself in a very specific spot to hit them with Fireball and Whip, and that kills them in 2 attacks instead of 3. Doesn't work on this second one because for some reason you can't hit it with fireballs ever. it's really weird. I don't know. Yeah, no one would make a Castlevania game with no sub-weapons. On this one we can use that fireball again. Okay, this whole stage, like, for everyone who made it here casually, this is a very big roadblock. This is basically a full auto-scroller stage, but once you know the stages, it's really, really simple. Like, there's 1 or 2 jumps that are kinda tricky, but apart from that, it's really tricky. The big part about this, once again, is lag reduction. For some reason, when I hang on a rope and don't move, that reduces lag quite a bit, and the screen scrolls faster. So whenever I can do that, which is not very often, I just hang out a little bit here. And you want to try to get rid of these falling platforms as soon as possible as well, because like everything basically just introduces a lot of lag. So. Yeah, I mean the fireball is basically a sub-weapon. That's fair. Oh my god, and I lost it. Because on these guys, sometimes you randomly hit them with a fireball instead of with a whip, and then they don't die. It's great. That's what happens on that guy especially very, very often. But it's okay. We can get back that whip later. This is probably the hardest jump of the stage. Yeah, like I said, a lot of these jumps are really tight. You just have to realize that you can basically completely walk off the block you're on before you actually fall off. So you can go very far, and you have to make these jumps. Alright, first half down. Oh good, the auto-scroller is over. Time to get chased by more spikes. This time they come from the side, but as long as I don't majorly mess up, that is no problem. Also, what I just did there was normally when you fall down, you keep momentum and like this, and go to the side. But if you let go of the D-pad exactly on the frame where you fall down, you just fall straight down. I try to do that basically everywhere, but it's kind of tricky, because as slow as this game goes, it's hard to tell where the exact frame is. Oh yeah, this part sucks if you lose your whip. That's true. It's really hard if you have leather whip. This whole stage is rough with the leather whip. I did a low percent run once, just for Grom. And these screws that you have to kill at the beginning of the stage are actually kind of the hardest thing in the whole run if you only have the leather whip. Because it's super tight to kill them before the spikes come down and kill you. Yeah, literally once. I mean, okay, twice. I did one test run if I could actually beat the game low percent. There you could maybe see the jump when entering the screen, where I can get higher up and save a little bit of time. In stage 4 it's a bit more important. Alright, third boss will hopefully not live for long. Oh, I missed it a little bit. Okay, gave me a good pattern. He can sometimes just go onto this little platform in the top left and just chill out there for like 10 seconds. That's really great. That's the dream. Then you have to wait for him forever. But okay. Already final stage. This is how fast this game goes. It's just so fast paced. You're already in the final stage. This game only has 4 stages. And this is by far the hardest stage, and my cat apparently doesn't like the stage. This beginning section is very annoying. You wanna hit all these candles to reduce lag, but I will not do this anymore because, as you can see, these knights just come out randomly in front of you or behind you, and you don't know it, and sometimes they can just basically spawn right where you are jumping, or 2 at the same time. It's great. And I really don't want to lose my whip upgrade here, if possible. We get to see the boss of the first stage again, but he has a little bit less health, luckily. A lot of this is just hoping that my whip actually comes out when it needs to. It doesn't always. Okay. And yeah, the music in this game is amazing. You can say a lot of bad things about this game, but the music is definitely great, especially stage 1 and 4. So this one and the first stage. Okay, this is the section where it's actually important that I hit some of these rope jumps to make these cycles and don't have to wait. This stage has a lot of pencils, so we call it Castlevania. And by we, I mean I do it sometimes. Alright, got to this part. Fun fact, if you damage boost to this first one and don't kill him, the second one doesn't spawn. And I didn't want to do a forward jump, but that's okay. So we lost the flame whip, but that is fine. I'm sure nothing will go wrong. Oh, you never heard that one? Okay, I will get my whip upgrade back here, I guess. This candle has the whip upgrade. There is a way to get this on the first cycle, but it's really tight and you can die if you miss it, and I don't remember how to do it properly, so I'll just wait a cycle. But I definitely want to have a whip upgrade. Just so I can lose it again in the next room. Probably. Okay, we made it. I definitely, like, we are getting close to the end, and I definitely want to have Flame Whip for Dracula. It was a nice Link Strider, I appreciate it. We have more of the first stage bosses. Fun fact, if you get here with the Leather Whip, you have to damage boost through them. Like you can, when you turn around here, you always get boosted in the opposite direction, so when you turn to the right you get boosted to the left. That way you can get through them. With the Leather Whip they take 7 hits, so you would have to kite back, and when you kite back then, well, they respawn as soon as you get back there. Alright, final boss time. Dracula has 2 phases. Both. First one is really simple. It's gonna be the quick kill. Perfect. Second phase is the early hit, so this is also a quick kill, so get ready on time. The second phase is actually pretty hard, casually. Ah, missed a hit. And time. That second phase is really tricky because you have to do really precise jumps, time your jumps really precisely to actually hit him and not get hit yourself. If you mistime that, he hits you, he pushes you to the bottom, and then you are in a really bad spot, and you also lose your whip upgrade, so you deal less damage, and then it spirals into death usually, especially for casual players. But yeah, it's not too hard once you know what you're doing. Okay run, I guess. But yeah, as you can see, this is just a fantastic game. It's a pretty simple run. You just have to get good at lag management, you know? It's pretty simple. Either way, thanks for all the GGs. The cat also wants to say hi one last time. I think next up is Burp with Belmont's Revenge, the objectively only good Game Boy Castlevania game. I mean, this one is objectively the best, but Belmont's Revenge is pretty good. So stay tuned for the rest and have fun.